I'm JW Maierle, head track and field coach here at Indiana University East. I want to welcome our team to you guys here today. Starting out, we have Angelo Borrego. He is a long jumper and a triple jumper from Illinois. We're excited for him to come in this year and be an upperclassman leader for us. Next up, Matthew Fox, a true freshman, is going to specialize in the 100 and 200 and also look to do some great things on our 4x1 when outdoor season comes. Leandre Gale is a second-year sophomore from Connecticut. He's a 400 specialist. He has the ability to drop down and run the 200. We're also going to see how he does in some jumping events there as well. Matthew Patterson is our veteran on our team. He's a senior from the UK. Matthew is a returning athlete that has made some appearances at the NAI National Championships in the past. So it's very, very excited for him in the 400 and also has the ability to actually go up to the 600 for indoor, and then so seeing what we can do there, and it will be a key piece to multiple relays for us there. Tristan Thomas is a freshman that is joining us here. Very excited to have him with us. He is again a 100, 200 guy who will also help us in the jumps. He's from Indiana, and the long jump will be something that he's very familiar with. Also going to see how triple jump works out there for him as well. And our next athlete is Santi Elavarasu. He's going to be another athlete that is going to really give us depth in the short sprints in the 100 and 200, and also has the ability to long jump there as well. Now on the ladies' side, we have India Benton, who is a returner specialist in the 400. She was our conference champion in the outdoor 400 last year, so super excited for India to return and do some awesome things there in the 200 and also obviously the 400. Next up is Deja Branch from Alabama. She is a long jump specialist that will also help us in the triple jump this year, so super excited for her to bring us some jumping experience there on the ladies' side. Olivia DeBortoli is a 400 meter runner from Ohio, and she is also going to have the ability to drop down into the 200. So a true freshman there, hoping for a lot of growth there for her in her events. Cabaret Gillett is a hurdler. She's a returning national qualifier. She is going to be a leader for us. Has done a great job across the board there, and looking for her to do some really nice things. Morgan Grudich is a jumper, and she will help us there in the long jump. Also be learning the triple jump, and then also there in the short sprints as well. Kanaya Rush is also going to be an upperclassman leader for us. She's a returner that has had some success at the conference level with a conference champ. Also has a few of our school records in the short sprints, so she will be another an upperclassman leader there for us in the 100 and then the 200 there as well. Sadie Sosa Perez as an upperclassman leader for us there in the 400 group. She's a returner there. We're scoring some points for us this past season in the 400. Super excited for her to finish out her career here in the sprints. Kayla Todd, another addition there to our 400 group. So on the ladies' side, we've got quite a few of our 400 runners here, and Kayla will be adding some depth to that group. Frantisha Wallace is a kind of a multi-athlete, has the ability to do just about everything. She can hurdle, sprint, and jump, and so her triple jump is very, very impressive. Also there in the hurdles, she will help us again score some points there at the conference level, and then hopefully working our way into NAI. And that's the sprints and jumps group. I'm going to send it over to Coach Buckler for our throws.
Hey, thank you, JW. I really appreciate that. Coach Buckler here, IU East throws coach. Really excited to talk about our throws program and kind of where we're going. We have some great athletes, very young, starting this kind of in a new process at IU East. And with those throwers, I want to first introduce Kyler Schultz. Kyler is a freshman from Hagerstown, Indiana. Regional qualifier in high school. Great kid, very successful in both the shot and the disc. We'll come in here, we'll compete in all the events. We'll only see a high upside for him in the hammer throw and the shot put going forward. The next one there is actually his teammate from high school, Sam Huck. And Sam was also a regional qualifier. His strength's going to be in the discus, in the javelin. He's already throwing really well in the javelin after the first couple weeks of throwing it. So really looking forward to see where his talent takes him these next couple years. And that's kind of our guys roster. On the girls side, we have 4 girls that I think will make a major contribution to our program this year. The first one of those is Caitlin Gilling, and she is from National Trail in Ohio. Also a freshman, successful. She was a regional qualifier in high school. Will come in here, compete in every event, and probably be a well-rounded athlete in all 5 throwing events. So real excited to kind of see where this season takes her and takes her ability. Next up is Daniel Rule. She's actually a junior at IU East, but will be a freshman competing on the track team. She's from Winchester High School in Indiana. She was also very successful in the shot put in high school, where we'll see her talents really take her. I think will be in the weight throw and the hammer as we get into indoor and outdoor season. So very excited to see where she goes, learning a couple new events that she did not have in high school. Next up is Ricky Finas. She's a transfer from Manchester University. Now Ricky's story is a little bit different. She was a softball player at Manchester, so she's coming in here. It'll be her first year of eligibility with the track team, but her upside is going to be really in the javelin. She has a tremendous arm from her softball days, was a great softball player, really will take us to new levels and hopefully compete for a conference title in the javelin this year. And then the last one we have in the group rounding us out is Zoe Hicks. She's also from Ohio, from Twin Valley South. She's a freshman. Very well balanced. She will compete in all 5 events. Look for her to also do well in the javelin, but probably in the discus and the hammer. We'll see some great success out of her coming this year. So stay tuned. It's going to be an exciting year on the throws, really building this program up to be a national caliber program. And I think you're going to see some great things out of these 6 freshmen. Thank you. And I'm going to turn this now over to Cam Tiberg.
Thanks, Chris, for talking a little bit about your throwers. Again, my name is Cam Tiberg. I'm the distance coach here, and let's get to know a little bit more about our distance runners here at IUE. So first starters, again, we look at Chance Klipstein. Really has been an excellent runner in the 800 in the past. Again, we're going to continue with that moving forward, really focusing heavily him on the distance side or mid-distance side of things. He's definitely going to be somebody who will be a big contributor to us from the conference perspective when it comes to individual events as well as relays. I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of where he gets headed. Then we have Josh Lovett here. Josh is somebody who we had to redshirt from the cross-country perspective due to injuries. We're really excited for kind of what his progress is going to be from the distance side of things. Indoor-wise, he's more of a traditional 3K, 5K type runner. I'm really excited for kind of where we can see him and really see where a lot of that potential kind of heads out to. Then we look at AJ Ludwig, really somebody who has great size, great length, somebody who's really going to incorporate a lot of those skill sets into the mid-distance side of things. Really looking more for the 600 through the 1,000 meters as really his big spots, and that includes what we're going to see on some of the DMRs and some of those relays. Definitely excited to where we kind of see him and really can kind of see where some of that development kind of comes from the mid-distance side of things. Then we look at Dixon Minton, much more of I'd say a higher end mid-distance runner when it comes to that, looking really at the true blue mile and a lot of those type of events. Definitely had himself a really good freshman campaign from the cross-country perspective. Somebody who's going to use a lot of that momentum and continue moving forward into the track side of things. And then we look at Liam Nelson here. Liam himself really had an excellent cross-country season. Again, second team all-conference on the cross-country perspective. He is a true distance runner when it comes to the 3K, 5K indoors, 5K, 10K outdoors. He's somebody who's going to continue to making that big stance in the conference standings. Somebody who's going to be a big contributor for us from the cross country side of things. But then, of course, from the track side of things, somebody who's going to really hone down a lot of those high-end distance events for us on the men's side. Then we look at Luke Rowland. He's somebody who has really a unique skill set in the fact that he can essentially do quite a few of the different events. For us, we really have him really keen in as somebody who's going to help us in the mid-distance side of things, from the 15 to the 16. But then also, we're going to be experimenting with him from the race walk perspective, and somebody who can really score some points at the conference meet in the race walk. Then we have Caden Schumacher. Really had a breakout season from the cross-country perspective. Was an excellent runner for us, was consistently our third runner all year. And he's somebody from the distance perspective for track. He's going to be a 3K, 5K guy for us. He's somebody who's going to continue to improve down those routes. A lot of potential, a lot of good effort there, really high level, high ceiling skill set. He's somebody that we're really excited for to continue seeing moving forward. Then we have Logan Todd. Logan's somebody who's going to be a big contributor for us. Didn't necessarily have the best XC season because of a lot of health issues when it comes to illnesses, and just didn't have the best luck. But he's somebody who's going to have a big bounce back season from the track perspective. I think that's going to suit his skill set a lot more. Is somebody who's really long, really lengthy, and he's going to use that to his advantage, especially when we break onto the track side of things. Then we have Brandon Wright, somebody who really had himself a good cross-country season. I think he's somebody who really improved and became more consistent. And again, we're going to see some of those improvements from the track perspective, especially when we talk about the True Mile and some of those events that he's really had a lot of passion for. And that, again, those type of things are really going to see a lot of, we're going to see a lot of progress in that regard. So we're really excited for that side of things. Moving to the ladies' side, again, we're really excited for what these ladies accomplished on the cross-country perspective, with a 4th place finish at conference, and we're going to see a lot of that momentum continue into the track perspective, especially with some of them really with their skill sets being a little bit more aligned to the track side of things. But for starters, we look at Macy Adams. Really had an excellent season cross-country-wise, PRs across the board, lifetime PRs across the board. She's going to be somebody who I think will even do better from the track perspective, especially in the mid-distance based events, so 600 through the 1,000 meters. Definitely going to be somebody that really excited to see, kind of how her season really goes. And then we have Julia Aruda. Definitely had herself a great season from the cross-country perspective. Really looking forward to continue to see her progress in the distance events, the 3K, 5K, especially under the new program here that we're building here, especially then the 5K, 10K outdoors. But she's somebody who's going to continue to progress, somebody who's going to continue to develop. Really excited where we really can see her, and somebody who's going to contribute really well at the conference level. Then we have Edmali Cruz Sanchez. Definitely has a wide range of a skill set. Somebody who can essentially go 8 all the way up to the steeplechase, as well as have that race walking pedigree too to her name. Somebody who's going to really be a big contributor for us on the track side of things, indoor and outdoor, with a lot of different event groups. We're really kind of excited to see where that gets started. Then Savannah Hart, coming off of a national qualifying performance in the cross-country perspective. Really excited where we're going to see her from the 3K, 5K, and then of course steeplechase outdoors. But again, we're really excited to continue to see that progress again, as she really had herself her best cross-country season ever, and we're going to continue to move and continue to maintain that path forward. Then we have Hannah Markinson. Really had herself an excellent cross-country season. Somebody who had a lifetime PR, and somebody who's going to really be a big contributor at the conference level in the 3K and the 5K. I think her skill set is going to be really aligned to the track side of things, especially when we get into 3K, 5K, as well as 5K, 10K outdoors. But really excited to see where Hannah really can take that. Again, she obviously had an excellent season for us and going to continue to move forward in there. Then we have Sarah Marshall, an excellent runner, especially had a pretty good cross-country season. Now we're going to really get to see her skill set really play out, because she is more of a mid-distance focused runner, somebody who's going to really have a lot of success in the 8 to the 16, and really excited to kind of see where those races take her this year, and really going to have a good bar to kind of meet from that level. Then we have Abby Page. Definitely had a pretty good cross-country season. Really has a lot of great length. Somebody who's going to, with the new training program that we're implementing, somebody who's going to really prosper really well off that new training program. Victoria, didn't really get to see her from the cross-country perspective due to injury. We're really excited to kind of see her get started on the track side of things. Definitely have a mid-distance focused agenda, and somebody that we really continue to move towards that mid-distance side of things. Emma Walburn had to battle a lot of illnesses, especially during the cross-country side of things. I'm really excited to see her healthy from the track side, and somebody who can be a big contributor for us. Especially in a lot of the different events. She has a pretty wide range of events that she'd be comfortable doing, all the way, I think, about 800 up to 3,000 meters. So we're really excited to kind of see her play out that skill set. Then we have Maddie Wolf, has a lot of length, had a great season from the cross-country perspective. And now, again, another runner who has quite a bit of, quite a large range of events that she's going to do very well in here. All the way, I'd say her range ranges from the 400 all the way up until about the 3,000. And so I think that's something that she's going to do really well here when it comes to really being able to maximize that skill set and what she does really well. And so that does it for the long distance runners, the distance runners, the mid distance runners, and we'll throw it back to JW.
And then as our 2022 roster, excited for our season. Looking forward to seeing you at some of our meets. Go Red Wolves.